heard a lot of my students come to me with the same comments, which are, I'm just not good at fill in the blank. I'm just not good at writing essays. Oh, I'm just not good at the performance test. I'm just not good at managing time. Well, whatever that is, you cannot let yourself fall into a self-defeating attitude where you tell yourself, I'm just not able to do something. If you can identify a weak point, for example, you do the MBEs, and let's say evidence was your worst portion. You got a third of the questions correct. Instead of saying, I'm just not good at those darn evidence questions, you should be focusing more on the evidence questions, figuring out which ones are giving you the most problems, and making sure that you're repeatedly testing yourself on that so you finally get better and better. And I want you to kind of see this entire study process as identifying those weak points and pushing yourself especially to improve your. A couple quotes I want to share with you, and I think they're relevant to your situation. The first is, if you hear a voice within you saying, you are not a painter, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. That's from Vincent van Gogh, who was widely criticized as a failure for most of his life, and not really recognized as one of our greatest painters until after his death. But the reason I bring that up is, don't ever tell yourself that you're not good at something, and start to believe it in some way. I sort of mentioned this earlier, but to have that kind of self-defeatist attitude is only going to harm you in the long run. If you start thinking, I'm just not good at this, I'm not good at that, you're going to start to reinforce that with your own behavior. You're going to start giving up halfway through an essay and say, oh, I'm just not good at this, I don't know, I don't know the laws, so I might as well just stop now and look at the model answers. You need to be able to push yourself, and I know you're capable of this, each one of y'all. The students that I work with, especially minorities, students of color, people who come from backgrounds of limited opportunity, I feel like we've had to overcome more obstacles than anyone else. Our families definitely had to do that. My parents were immigrants who came to this country, couldn't speak the language, their educations meant nothing here, and they had no friends or family. But they overcome many obstacles and pushed harder, and I think they are stronger and better because of it. Similarly, you all have had to struggle and endure many different tribulations in your life, but that makes you a more complete and stronger human being. And I don't want you to ever sell yourself short and think, I'm just not good at this, I'm not able to do it. If there's any voice in you of doubt, if there's a little voice saying, I'm not a painter, I'm not good at something, you just need to start doing that and squashing that little voice.